So, as Silvano Santo, I would like us to have a brief summary of what we learned on our last class. So, can any one of you give me what we learned on the last class?
Okay,
Hello.
last class talked about creating a table, how to create a table, and we try um, creating the tables using different categories.
Okay, good. So we created a table on our last class, and we also look out on how we insert into our table, right?
Yes,
So now today we are going to make use of our table. So let's see what we work on our last class. So let's see what we work on. So the database have not been selected. Now I have to use my database. So I have to use it. When you see when I selected all from persons, and it gave me an error message that my database is not selected, no database selected. Now I have to use the database before I can run it. So I've already used the database, and which is this? This is the database, and we are going to run it now. So this was all the tables, the data we inserted on our last class, right? Uh,
yes,
Yes.
okay, good. So, please, I want you to drop a notification that class have started on the group chat. If you have done that, please let me know.
I have done
please.
that.
I want to also confirm, was the recording for the last class, was it dropped YouTube or any other platform?
Yes, the recording of the last class was dropped on YouTube.
Okay,
So,
because
at the end of this class, you can check.
I tried searching, I didn't see, and
Okay,
because
at
the
the end of this
wasn't
class, yes, at the end of the class, you chat me up. I'll send you the link. Okay. I hope you understand what I said. Hello.
yes, I heard you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. And so I will like to hear from you. Like, what did we learn on our last class?
Okay. We first learned how to create a database. I said there are where we can two ways on how we can create a database. First, ask the you can ask if the database is in existence, like create database if not in existence, or you can just tell it to create a database. We also learned how to create table and how to insert tables, on how to use primary keys, and how to do auto increment. That's what we did last week.
Okay, good. No pro. And I think you were able to learn what we taught on the last class. So today is based on a comparison operator. Comparison operator We are going to use a specific column to check for comparisons of data. So we are going to make use of the equal to, not equal to, the greater than, the lesser than, greater than or equal to, and lesser than or equal to. So this word I mentioned just now, these are the comparison operator in MySQL. It is more important as a data analyst. If you want to filter data, or you want to search for data, you can search a particular column if some certain conditions be met, or criteria. For example, if we want to search for a particular people with the age of 20 years in age, so when we use equal to, we assign that if from all the database in from all the column, or from all the persons data, if the age is equal to 20, it should print it out for us. This is how we make use of the filter using the comparison operator. So we are going to walk through this comparison operator, and we see how it works. So let's move on. Let's dive into comparison operator. So this was our database, and now we want to perform a little task. Now we want to select or now or from, we are going to say from, now person. Remember our table name, our table we created is person, right? Person. Now we want to select all for person. Then we are going to say where age. Let's say where age. Okay. Now we are going to use the equal to comparison operator. Now where age is equal to, let's say 20, is equal to 20. Let's say 20, then our comma. So let's see this. Did you see it? Did you see how we filter our data? Silvanus, Sonto, did you see
Yes, I saw
how
it.
we
Yes, yes,
I hope you are clear with it. When we filter
yes,
it and it gave us the ID, the person's ID, which is 2, and John Gift, and is 20 years. So let's filter again. Let's filter again. So I told you at the beginning of this class, MySQL is easy, and it's mostly used to compile millions of data, and it is smart compared to other data analysis tools. So let's see our table, our data again. Select all. Let's select all from persons. Let's select all for persons. So now look at it. Now let's see. We let's see greater or equal to. Now let's see greater or equal to, and okay. Now let's see for the age of 2. Age of 2 equal to 2. Let's run. Did you see it has already filtered our ID 1 and 6, which is this, and the city, which is Ikeja, the country, and did you see how we filtered it easily using a simple code? So we are going to make use of the not equal to, or greater, or lesser than. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Lesser than or greater than. So let's see this. Now, when it's lesser than and greater than 2, it gave us all these results. It gave us all these results. Did you see 20, 30 are the people that is lesser than and greater than 2. So now let's see if we are going, let's use just the greater than 2. See the same people because all these numbers are greater than 2. Let's say greater than 1 or 0, or lesser than 2, lesser than 2. So lesser than 2, we don't have any data lesser than 2. So you see, when it's lesser than 2, no data pop out. But when it's greater than, you see the data lesser than 2 will pop out. So let's continue. Let's dive into the comparison operator. If you have any question, you can simply indicate. Do you have any question? Do you have any question to ask?
No,
So
no.
okay, and let's move now. We are going to look at lesser than. We have already looked at lesser than. Let's look at greater or equal to. Now, greater or equal to. Greater or equal to. Now, greater or equal to 2. So, it pop out everything that is greater and equal to 2. So, which the age that has 2 came out. So, this is how we make use of the greater or equal to. Let's see not equal to. Use the this sign to make not equal to 2. Now, when we run it, it will put past those data that is not equal to 2. Not equal to, we use this sign to make it to bring the not equal to. So I hope you saw what I have done, and I believe this is well understood to you guys.
Yes, yes.
No, so we are going to move further. Now let's see if our age has a non-value, if it has a non-value. For us to check if a particular column has a non-value, we have to n- uh, perform some little tasks. And what is non-value? Non-value is a feed with non-value or known value. Is a feed with known value. If a field in a table is option, or it is or no record was inserted or updated, the SQL will name it as a non-value. So to test for a non-value, we use the comparison operator to test for a non-value. And also we can also use is none.
1688. Buy more, save more.
Please mute your mic. We can also use is none or is now. So is none and is now uh, give us if there is non-value. Now, what are we going to do now? We are going to select the table. So let's see this. Now, we are going to select a table or from persons. Now, let's see where age is none. So if we use is none, it will bring out the non value is none. Okay, now let's check. No, look at the column that is none, because we have not even inserted any value in that column, so automatically it will bring out the is none. We can use the non the is not none. So let's see is not none. Is not none. Now this is not none bring out everything for us. I believe is none and is not none is clear to you guys. Hello, I
Yes,
believe
yes,
this is
yes.
okay. Let's move further. Now we want to see how we can update a colon or a particular statement. So update is a statement in MySQL. Update is used to modify existing role in a table. For example, maybe we want to change the age. We find out that the age is not like we inserted two, and maybe the persons we don't need the persons from range two. We want to make correction on that too. Maybe the person make mistake on that too, or the age of two. We can update the age. We can update age or any other column using the update and set. Now, for us to perform that example, we use update update the person's then we set. We have to update and set a new name or a new number to the age. So let's see how we update. Okay. Now, so we want to update now. We want to update the person's table. Now we are going to say update, and we are going to update person's table. Then we are going to set. Now we are going to set the column's name, which is age. Uh, the age was okay. Age. Let's say age is equal to, or then we are going to set it to let's say 90 or 19. Let's say 19. Want to set age to 90. Then we use the equal to. Now we are setting age equal to 19. Age is being set to 19. And now this is where the task comes in. You have set uh, you have set the age to a new value. So what are you going to do next is to know the ID which we want to set, the role we want to set. We have to mention the role. Okay, that the age, the persons or the age we want to set. Now we are going to say the where person's ID is equal to, let's say, 1. Let's use 1. Then later we are going to also update as 6. Let's use 1. Where we are going to use the word where a person's ID is equal to, now equal to what? 1 semicolon. I believe you understood what the I believe you understood what I wrote here. If you understood, Silvanus, I would like to hear. I hope this is clear to you, so I can move
Yes,
forward.
I'm
So Sonto and you,
Yes, yes.
okay, good, good. So we have already seen how we can update. Now we are going to run it. Then we have already updated list. So it will not pop out. Why? Let's see our output message. You see, the output message, let me drop this down. You say, uh, update person set age where ID is equal to 1 row affected. We have already changed 1 row. So let's see our data set, our table. Now this is our table, and automatically 9 has been changed, right? I believe you see that 9 have been changed, and 2 has been changed in ID 1. Sonto Silvanus.
yes.
Good. So I want your interaction now. So I want to change 6. Now, Silvano, you give me the code on how I will change 6. So you will be the one to teach me now. So
I
you
think it will be
can
update person,
huh?
update
update
person,
updates or
update person,
update person,
then set
uh,
age.
set age
Let's use equal to 10.
equal to 10. Okay,
Yes, where person ID
equal to 10.
10
Where
ID
person ID
is equals to 6. I think I change to 6.
equal to 6. Good,
And
good. Thank
semicolon.
you. Good, thank you. I think this is okay, and we have already changed it. And let's see our results. Good. Automatically, we have changed the rule 6 to 10. So I believe this is clear to you. And now let's see how. Okay, so can you try? Since you have,
Yes.
okay, can you tell me how I can change, let's say, city to on any other city in Lagos,
Yes.
in any of the column.
Okay. Let us use column 2. Okay. Update person.
Updates person,
Uh,
uh-huh,
set city.
set city,
equals to equal to
equal
Oka.
to,
Yes, is
okay, city equal to
Oka.
Oka. No, I think in Lagos. Let's use Lagos because the address is Lagos. So let's use Lagos.
Okay. Ikoyi.
Okay. Equal E.
Where
Okay.
where where person
Where
person ID
person's ID
is equal to two.
is equal to what?
Two.
2. Good.
Yes.
Is equal to 2. Good. Now, this is how we update a database automatically. You see, say the column feed is not updated. Tell me why it's not updated. Tell me why it's not updated. Your
Quotation. You
code.
didn't put quotation mark in Ikoyi.
Good, good. Because the column is a string column, it accepts characters. So we have to run it now and it will be updated. So this is how we update a column, and now automatically we have set uh, the row 2 to equal E. So wow, so we are moving forward now. So we are going to talk on delete. So delete. Okay, do you have
Uh,
question?
yes, I have a question.
Okay, ask
Thi-
your question.
This where person ID, can we use another column like where person where first name equal to this for the column? That where person
Good.
ID. It's only the person ID that we're going to use. Can we use any other column?
You can use any other column.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's see an example. Okay, let's see other example. Let's use let's say last name. Let's say where last name. I hope you are following me.
Yes.
Let's say last name is equal to um, now what is the last name we are going to use? Let's change Sonto, where last name is equal to Sonto. Then I'm going to put Sonto.
Okay.
Okay, now when I run it, it will update the column. Let's see this. Okay, where last name is equal to Sonto. I'm coming. Let's see my errors. So I'm coming. So where last name is equal to Sonto, and it gave me an error. You say updated person sect. Okay, you are using safe update mode, and where you try to update a table without. Okay, I'm using a safe update mode. So I think I have to attach number like an IT. Okay,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so let's see if it will still work again. No, it's not working. Now let's see our data again. So let us use a middle name. Let's see if we can use a middle name where middle name is equal to promise. Let's see where middle name where middle name is equal to what?
Promise.
Promise. Let's see. So I guess you cannot use a string to set a string. Okay. Now
Okay.
let's see. You can only use index numbers to set a string. Okay. Can also
Okay.
always use index numbers to set a string. So let's see. Now we want to set equal here, right? Now let's see if we can use age where age is equal to uh okay, do you understand what I want to do now? Let's say age is
Yes.
equal to 35. Age is equal to 35. 35, and let's run it. It did not set. It did not set. Why? Because we use auto increment and we are supposed to use the index number. We use the primary key. Remember, we choose the primary key.
Yes.
So every primary key is used to access every columns. I hope this is clear to you.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So because we set the primary key, remember in our code we set our columns to primary key. I hope you are not confused. You see, person's ID. Remember, person's ID, auto increment, and primary key to every columns.
Okay.
So I hope you understand. What
Yes.
do you understand by primary key?
It should bracket stands for unique and non valid, and it will be unique
Is
without
a
non
unique
valid.
key is a unique key to access all columns.
Okay.
Silvanus, I hope this is clear to you.
Yes,
Silvanus,
yes, it is. The primary
good.
key. It is.
So I wish I did not use primary key or auto. I wish I did not use a primary key and I declare it a voucher so I can access any columns uh, with another column. So I want you to create a table. So to do me a favor, create a columns and without using a primary key, you can create a column and test your question. Okay.
Okay.
Now I will drop an assignment on the group chat. We are going to look out on how we are going to solve problems. So I'm going to drop an assignment, and I expect you guys to perform the task by answering the assignments questions and send it to me. I hope you understand. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now let's see how we can delete a column. Now now we use the delete statement to delete existing record in a table. We use delete to delete existing statement in a column in a record column. So the word delete is important in maybe organizing data. You might not need a particular data. You use the word delete to remove that data. Now we use the delete. The code is delete from the particular table where we set it as where we want to assign the delete to. Okay, I believe this statement is clear to you. So now we are going to delete a particular a particular, let's say a particular column. Okay, a particular column or a particular name. So let's see this. Now we are going to say delete from. Now we use from person. We use from person's data table where what, where, let's say where let's say where last name is equal to gift, where where last name is equal to what, gift. Now we are going to say gift. So this is how we want to delete a particular record. And now let's run it. Let's see what we want to delete. And it said I'm using a safe mode. I think I'll say where person's ID is equal to person ID ID. Now the person's ID should be what? Let's see our table again. Now the person's ID should be 7. Let's say 7. Now let's run it. Now the row have been affected. Now we have deleted the particular role. So let's see. Now, did you see that row 7 is no longer there again? Hello, Sivanus and Sonto, did you see that row 7 is no
Baka.
longer?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is how we perform the delete task. So someone just joined in and you have missed a lot. Ayodele, you have missed a lot. And I believe you saw the post that the class should commence about 7:55. And I see that you did not even try to join at that time. So what's wrong?
I had network issues, sir. I had
Network.
network issues with Airtel
So
actually. So
I believe we have done a lot. We have really done a lot. We started from updates. Uh, we started for the revision of the class we took last time. We check for non comparison operators. Then we check on our non-value. Then we also look on how we update. We update our columns. Well, okay. and also we check on how we delete. So I think we have gone far. So at the end of this class, try to also go to the YouTube video and try to revise all the work we have done.
All right.
So now, so we want to see now if we want to delete all these data in our data set. Now, for us to delete all this data in this data set, we can write a code like this: delete from the particular table. Finish. Delete from the particular table, or the particular table. Yes, the particular table. Then everything in that table will be delete. So that is how you can delete all the records. So I'm not going to write how we can delete all the record, because we are making use of this data we created at the beginning of this class. So we should try to make to understand this. Now we want to go into alias. Have you heard about alias? Can you explain the word alias? Who can explain the word alias?
Alias, should I go on, sir?
You can go on.
Alias is just like a nickname, just like a representation. You're giving it another representation. You're giving the actual name another representation. So once you refer to that representation, you're also referring to the original person or the original bearer.
Good. It's a clear explanation. I love that. I love that explanation you just gave. So alias are used to give a table in MySQL database. Alias is used to give a table or a column in a table a temporary name. A temporary name. So this temporary name, alias are often used to make a column's name more readable, and alias always exist for the duration of that query. So what this means that when when I give a particular alias name in this data, when I close this on my SQL, or when we are done with this class and I come back to open it, it will not bear that name again. Or it's just for a little time you can give it a temporary name. It's not a permanent name. So alias is used most times. You might be working on large data sets. Okay, maybe you don't want to always call, for example, you are working with uh, someone's middle name, which is very long. So you can just give it an alias name for a temporary, or you can just short it as maybe the person is something like my own name. My name is Chukwudike. I think Chukwudike is very long. The spelling is very long. I can just write it as Chuks. I can write it as Chuks, so that it will also always refer to that particular name. So that is what an alias means, and I think we should uh, know it. So an alias is created with the as keyword. As, when you want to create an alias, you use as maybe you mention the columns, you name it as. So that is how to name give a temporary name to a particular data or a particular columns. So I believe we can call it a day. And so I want to stop the live recording. So have a little discussion with you guys. So we are done today. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel because you need it. And this is a community that will help you a lot. We have a lot of resources for you, and we have everything it takes to learn this particular course.